Welcome to the Greenwood Hub Art Studio. Today's project is going to be a clock. I have used a few Zuri products in this project today. The molds that I used is from All Things Meddley collection, and it's the numbers. This collection of numbers from All Things Medley is a gorgeous set. I have numbers from 1 to 0, and of course you can also add double digits such as the 12, the 10, 11, 12 that is needed for the clock. I'll unpack the molds for you to see up close. First mold is 1 to 5. And the second mold, I'm just unpacking here so I can show you, are numbers 6 to 0. Here's my clock. It's a craft clock that I got at Michael's, and it doesn't come with batteries, so I'm going to take the battery out so I'm able to work on the face of the clock as I have planned. Unfortunately, I can't take this clock apart. It's very hard for me to take everything apart. I used in this clock to make the face of it, I used mixed media using tissue paper. So I'm going to do a collage work on it, and I'll show you what I'll be using in my collage. I have several stamps from Tim Holtz from Stampers Anonymous. I thought to show you some examples of the stamps that I have, and this is how I'm going to do my composition for mixed media inside of the clock face. Here's a background stamp as well. I don't think I'll be using these, but just to show you that when you create your own collage paper on tissue paper, this is really cool because you can use your imagination in how you would like to do different pictures and however you want to do it. So I don't buy my own tissue paper from Tim Holtz. I don't buy the decoupage paper from him. So today I'm just going to create mine using the stamps, the distress inks you see here, and also emphasizing that I am using distress inks because they don't fade out with water. Here's my brushes. They're very soft to the touch. And let's get started. I hope you will enjoy this project. Also, it's important to add archival ink is good to use because it doesn't fade with water. Here's my resin, side A and side B. We're now going to pour side A and side B on my silicone mixing cup, and you can just watch the process. Here's my resin already poured onto my molds. I am giving a tryout because if all the numbers don't fit in my clock face, I'm just going to use numbers 12, 3, 6, and 9. But we will see. We will see if it's going to fit. So for now, this is the plan, just to use these numbers. So far, not bad. Here we go, all the numbers in the face clock, so I was able to fit them. Now I'm going to use some chipboard to decorate the sides of my clock. I'm not sure which chipboard to use, so I'm just going to show you now that the cogs inside of the face clock, I used a Little Bit of Everything mold. I have a smaller little cog here and there, and then the larger cogs as well. So those were the cogs that I used in this clock. Here's my chipboard. I like this one, but it's not the chipboard that I think will add to my vision on my project. So I'm going to show you a second one that I think we're going to go with. And it just has a different shape, see? I like that. I like this one. This is the one that we're gonna go with. That looks better. So right now I'm just trying out my composition on my clock with my chipboard. I like how all the numbers did fit in the face clock. So let's get started with the rest of making this clock. I'm using Castle Art's acrylic paints in this project. They have quite a variety in this pack, and I decided that I like this sienna. It's a burnt sienna, and that's the one that I'm going to paint my clock with. I think it's a nice color. It complements my idea for this mixed media project. Here's my two pieces, now covered with the burnt sienna acrylic paint. Turned out really nice. I think for this project I'm only going to use two pieces of the chipboard. Now for the inside of my clock, I'm going to add my white titanium mixed in with my burnt sienna, and just to give it a little marble effect. That's why I added these two colors. And also I did prime my clock with gesso. It's nice to put white gesso underneath of your acrylic paints, so the acrylic paints goes farther, and it dries nicer and it gives it a nice layer. The paint really comes out better if you add gesso. Let's start now with composition of our collage. I'm using this set. I like the writing in the background, the butterflies as the focal point, and the flowers as well. I think it will add a nice little touch. Now I could have stamped the whole entire tissue paper and make it a whole picture, but I've decided to use one stamp at a time and then take my scissors and cut them out, and using Mod Podge, you'll see the process. I have taken each cut out piece and glued it to the face of the clock. This is my acrylic block. It's quite a large acrylic block, so the process goes a little faster. I use this Again, I'm using my archival ink because I know once I put my Mod Podge on top of it and underneath of it, it's not going to fade. That's the beauty of archival ink in this mixed media collage. Archival ink, I'm a huge fan of it. Here's our first stamped images. As you can see, I'm pressing down. When you put the archival ink on your stamps, you don't have to do it heavily. Just lightly touch it, the pad to the stamps, because then you have a nice, soft, and still dark with focal point image. So don't put too much pressure on that, on the stamps with the archival ink pads. Just slightly touch it on several spots, and then when you go to print on your tissue paper, it comes out just beautifully, not a mess. Here's my very first piece cut out. I am going to do several times and in several layers. A little bit of a cleanup for my desk because this can become messy with the acrylic paints and the mixed media. I think we can all relate. And here's the first piece being positioned just to see how it will look. Not bad. That looks really nice. The first piece, yeah, I like that. Here's the first few layers of the collage that I'm creating. There's going to be lots more layers coming. I want to do the sides of the clock face with this collage technique. And so let's keep going. The process does take a little bit of time. Here's my Mod Podge. You can use mats or just the Mod Podge that has a shine to it. It doesn't matter which Mod Podge you're going to use. After all, I'm going to add distress inks afterwards, so the shine, I'm not really worried about shining, having that shiny look. I just want to make sure that the Mod Podge is enough that is gluing all my collage pieces on the face of this clock. There's a butterfly that I thought would look just beautiful as a focal point. I'm going to use this butterfly in several parts of this clock face, maybe the top, and two of these butterflies on the sides. This is a very relaxing process. It's fun creating your own stamped tissue paper, and it also saves a little bit of money in your pockets. I mean, we don't always have to follow every single arts and crafts trend that's out there. You can be creative, and you can also create your own mixed media tissue paper. I'm laying down enough Mod Podge. I'm going heavy on it because I want the pieces to be really glued down and without bubbles as well. And that's why I have used archival ink, so it doesn't get all blotchy. It preserves the image. And here we go. Layering with the decoupage paper takes its time, so have fun with the process. Don't be in a hurry. This is a type of project that you don't do in a hurry. One piece at a time, and it takes its shape. And I hope you're enjoying this video. Here are my different inks that I'll be using in the project. I want lighter inks because the sienna, the burnt sienna acrylic paint that I used is a bit on the dark side, but I did mix in with a titanium white, so it gave me that marble effect. Now with my soft brush, here I am just adding my inks here and there. Not everywhere on the face of the clock, I just want highlights of it. I'm using different kinds here. They have different names, but I like my greens and yellows, and I like my browns as well. And on this one, I'm also using a nice pink because it complements the burnt sienna. As you can see, I'm taking my time. I am envisioning my projects, and I'm adding the colors that I feel it will bring out my focal points to the surface. Here's my favorite part where I'm using black gesso on my numbers. For this project, I will be using Zuri waxes, and the one that I'm going to use the most is going to be the Venetian gold. As you know, they have the Phoenix Blaze and the Bora Bora, but the Venetian gold really complements my numbers, brings out all the details that I like. I hope you have enjoyed this project, and follow me for more projects, and I will be seeing you soon.